Welcome back, everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can trigger workflows within Conversation AI. So let's say you have a chat bubble installed on your website, which is powered by the Conversation AI feature, and the customer maybe wants to buy a subscription. So maybe you are selling social media retainers, maybe you're selling software, maybe you're selling done-for-you services, or maybe coaching packages, and the customer would like to subscribe to those. Then you can trigger a specific workflow, which is then attached to the bot. Or in another scenario, a customer wants to book a consultation session or any sort of appointment to get more information about your products or your business. Then the bot can also trigger a specific workflow that is tailored for appointments. Let me show you how you can set this up. So first, let's access the Conversation AI bots. Click on Settings bottom left, then select Conversation AI on the left right here. Then you either create a new bot, top right corner, blue button, or you select an existing bot. So let's select this one right here. Then you will give your bot a name, keep the status on off, and here you can decide whether you want to communicate via SMS, Facebook, Instagram, chat widget, live chat, or WhatsApp. WhatsApp is always a good idea as well. Let's select that too. You can obviously also select multiple communication channels. That's all good. And then let's hit save, bottom right. And then let's scroll back up and select bot goals. That's where the interesting stuff is happening. So here you see the usual stuff, the prompt, the personality, the intent, the additional information, all of that has already been added automatically. If you wanted to go ahead and modify it, of course, feel free. And once you've done that, then you will have to select trigger a workflow down here. A new window will pop up. And again, we would recommend you give the action a specific name. This will help you to identify the workflow easily later. So for example, you could use subscription workflow or appointment workflow, whatever you've got going on right now. So again, this trigger a workflow feature allows users to automate specific actions by linking workflows within the AI conversation, okay? Meaning when a defined condition is met during the customer interaction while the customer is chatting with the bot automatically triggers then the selected workflow. For example, the customer says, I would like to book an appointment, or the bot suggests, hey, would you like to book an appointment? And from there, the automation will then be triggered. Then next up, you will then here have to select the workflows to get triggered, okay? Of course, you need to create the workflow prior and make sure it's set to published. If you can't remember, just go into automation on the left, workflows at the top, and then click create new workflow. Then once you're in the workflow and you've added all your actions, you send emails, SMS, WhatsApps, whatever you want, make sure to publish the workflow, okay? Otherwise, it will not show up in the drop-down menu. Then once the workflow has been set to publish, you click the drop-down menu and paste the name for your workflow. It will just pop up then. Select the workflow, or you can also actually select multiple workflows, not just one. For this scenario, let's just keep it at one. And this workflow will be triggered once the below condition is satisfied. What does that mean? Well, we want to tell the bot, hey, please trigger this particular workflow if the customer is asking for an appointment, for example. So very basic, very clear and straightforward. Just say customer wants to book an appointment. That's it. If you're selling subscription services and they want to sign up for the subscription, for the retainer, for the software, for example, you just type customer wants to purchase the subscription. But for now, let's keep it as an appointment since that's the use case we are focusing on right now. So again, this description helps the AI bot to recognize the condition and trigger the workflow according to when a similar scenario even occurs during that conversation, okay? Then once you're done, just hit save. So now if you follow these steps, the bot will automatically trigger the specific workflow whenever the defined condition arises, streamlining the process and improving the customer interaction. So in this scenario, we have added the hints to book an appointment. The bot will naturally steer the conversation. Same for the subscription. If you put the subscription example there, if you're selling subscriptions, then the bot naturally will steer the conversation. Now, if a trigger condition matches multiple simultaneously conditions, for example, update contact info and trigger a workflow, the AI will determine which action to execute. For example, update contact information. It updates the date of birth when the user provides their date of birth, right? Or trigger a workflow. Triggers a workflow when the user provides their date of birth. In such cases, the execution depends on the AI's prioritization, as both conditions share the same trigger, if that makes sense. Now, the trigger condition can be activated based on responses from either the bot and as well the user on the other end who is chatting with the bot. Now, please make sure to avoid duplicating published workflows. Do not trigger a workflow here within the Conversation AI if you have already set an action for a workflow that's published with the same trigger in the workflow automation. You don't want to have two different things going that do the same thing. Doing so will trigger the execution twice, which looks a bit unprofessional on our end. So I hope you enjoyed this feature, which will really help you to minimize the manual workload and will help you to automate your business appointment bookings, subscribing people to subscriptions, a little bit more on autopilot using the powerful AI integration. I will see you in the next video.